Hey there, podcast listeners. Dr. Sheep here. Welcome back to another TGIF Talks. I'm your host. Today I'm joined by my usual co-host, Anonymous Phil.
Hi.
And of course, Kyle's off in the corner because I don't know why.
Yep.
Alright, roll the intro.
Wouldn't you like to get away?
It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
And they're always glad you came.
And we're back. Man, that never gets old. I can just listen to it in my head. Wouldn't you like to get away? It's Friday. Gotta get down on Friday.
It's actually Saturday, but yeah,
Well, but this goes up on Friday.
it's true.
And we've done 3 podcasts in a row. This will be the third one.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
Oh, they're starting to get to me.
I'm the one doing all the heavy lifting.
Talking is a lot of work.
Yeah, for you.
I'm tired. It is currently 11:30
That's your
PM?
fault. That's your fault.
p.m.
That's your fault.
Hey, I think we should start it like at 8.
We should.
Well, I mean, you all got here at like 7:30, but then you distracted me for 2 hours with some stupid conversation.
Yeah, those super conversations would be perfect for a podcast.
No.
Okay, we had to teach him about periods.
Yeah, maybe not all the aspects of the conversation.
I blanked out in middle school and high school.
You blanked out in college too? Like,
No, I did great in college.
But you blanked out during the interesting stuff? Like how your body works?
I didn't take health
he's a
classes.
one, not a woman. Neither did I. I mean, okay,
Not
in high school.
college.
Neither did I.
But I took all my health classes early, so I would just get them out.
As did I, and they didn't teach us how the female reproductive system works at all. They
That's
taught us
true.
the parts. That was it. We had to figure that out for ourselves.
Google.
Yeah, and that's coming from the virgins. Well, anyways, these podcasts are broken down into 4 parts. First, we're going to talk about how our weeks have been. Also, I want to talk about the parallel universe thing. Your
What?
coronavirus news, followed by the comments, and then today's topic is personalities. Did you hear about the parallel universe thing?
No, I don't know what you're referencing now.
Okay, that's a whole theme with some neutrinos detection and stuff that the tabloids blew up and.
I know nothing about this.
Well, I'll have to teach you then. Well, anyways, how was your week?
All right.
How was your week?
It was fun.
It was like a stupid story about the girl that we thought was interesting, and then it literally meant nothing, absolutely nothing. I'm like, you got my hopes up. You got me to feel something, and it was all just a lie.
Yeah.
I saw a shrink Wednesday.
What?
Shrink is therapist.
Oh. Why not just say therapist?
I don't know. I felt like saying shrink.
He's uncultured.
I guess. You don't understand. You never watched Alf.
No.
It's
You
from
showed me a couple episodes.
It's from 2.5
To
Men also.
Yes, probably not surprising there.
You showed me a couple episodes so I could get the rough idea of what the premise of the show is about.
Maybe that's what we should binge this summer is Alf.
Alf.
Yeah, I got all 4 seasons on DVD.
All right.
Cool.
I suppose.
I'll lug my old Blu-ray player down here and we'll watch.
All right.
When do you want to do that?
Tomorrow.
I have work.
Monday.
Oh, wait, not tomorrow. I guess I could do it tomorrow after I finish the t-shirts.
I'll have to reconsider tomorrow. Maybe late afternoon.
That's when it would be doing because I'll be working on the t-shirts tomorrow afternoon at 2.
Okay.
And I don't know. And actually they weren't that half bad the tie-dye.
Oh yeah?
I don't know how they'll turn out, but I mean, they weren't awful. I figured out a system for measuring out half the dye package, and so I think it worked out pretty well. And because of the way the bottle squeezes, it's really easy to do quarter bottle increments, which is what you need to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so it went surprisingly well. So Hopefully, they're mostly a solid color so that we can just use bleach and we don't have to wait another 2 weeks for black ink to come in from Amazon. Because nobody wants to do that.
Yeah.
Right, so I saw a psychologist. And so we just kind of had to, like, talk things through, you know, about what I'm here, what I'm looking for. And from the hour she talked to me, she deduced, one, I'm a fun person to talk to, which I already kind of knew that.
Whoa, hold up. Did you see this person, like, in person?
No,
or...
over Zoom.
Okay.
Through the university for free.
Yeah. I know the university, you can see a psychologist through university. And so I didn't know how that all worked.
Yeah, so I saw a CAPS person originally, like, hey, I want to get into CAPS. So like, okay. All right, well then, and then they determined, all right, if you really want to go through with this, like, here's what's going to happen. So they set up another appointment. And in that appointment, they, like, go through a whole list of questions.
Mm-hmm.
And one of them was reasons you're here or whatever, things you want to talk about.
Yeah.
Nowhere does it say, no, it was traumatic events or whatever. Death of a family member was not on there.
Really?
I was genuinely surprised. She was like, I'm surprised that's not on there. I'm like, as am I. Like, of all these things you could talk about, it's not on there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I was just like, all right. I'm like, make a note of that. That's something to talk about. Not the sheet, but dead family member. Yeah, it's a thing to talk about.
Yeah.
Anyways, she deduced I'm a fun person to talk to.
Okay.
She also then deduced that I use logic to suppress my feelings. It may sound like I'm being sarcastic here and that I'm not listening to her. She's right. I'll explain that. I'll explain that in a little bit. But she says I'm using logic to suppress my feelings so I don't feel my feelings.
Okay.
And so I don't have to feel other people's feelings. Which is true because I don't like feeling bad feelings. No one likes feeling bad feelings.
I hear you.
Because, like, one of the most illogical things I can think of is when people go to scary movies or watch sad movies. Why do I want to feel sad? Why do I want to feel scared?
I like the thrill. I like the adrenaline rush of just, like, being on the edge of your seat, just like, oh, what's going to happen?
But do you actually get scared at scary movies?
I mean, I jump every once in a while, yeah.
I'm just like this. Huh, that guy died.
That's me. That's also me. I like.
You've never jumped. I find that
I
hard
mean,
to
like, I
believe
jump,
that you've
but I
never
enjoy-
jumped at a scary
I
movie.
enjoy scary movies. Like when I go to like
You have to jump, though. I've seen you jump.
when I go to like Roca, I don't get scared. I just laugh.
Okay, but
It's so funny.
I've seen shows or
Yeah,
clips
maybe like
you've
6,
jumped
7
before.
years ago.
No, recently, within the past year.
I
have
have
seen
sure.
you jump.
I have been surprised by, like, a video clip or something, just because, like, you're playing it and it's, it's whatever, and then it's loud moaning, and it scares the crap out of you. Actually, I guess
Surprised but
I
never
forgot to say we can say
scared.
piss on there.
Surprised but never scared.
Wasn't scared.
Wait, no, you said you couldn't say that.
Piss? No, I thought I said we was gonna say piss because remember my old calculus teacher said piss isn't a bad word.
Oh, I thought you said we couldn't say that.
No, we'll have to add it to the list. Oh.
But then we'll change the number. Then it'll be 4.
Then just make a new list.
But 4 is not as good as 3. 3 is just... It's a divine number.
What if we do like 3.5 and just add piss?
Oh, so you can't say the other half. You can't say past tense.
Pissed. No, you can say pissed.
You can say pissed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damned you all to hell. Anyways. Right.
I'll get surprised, but I'm never like feared.
No, I've seen you feared. I have seen you
Probably like
feared.
when I was a kid.
No, recently.
Yeah, sure.
I cannot name an event. I've seen you feared.
Yeah, years.
You don't want to admit it because that's just who you are.
Surprised,
I
but
have
never
seen-
feared.
No, I have seen you feared.
Sure.
Now, I've gotten scared. I'm not going to say I don't feel scared, but scary movies don't make me scared. Stories are much more powerful because it's in my imagination then. It's not like not like a movie where I don't have to imagine it. You
Yeah,
know,
Scared Truth creepypasta.
it's there. Well, exactly. It doesn't
I
take
love
stop.
creepypastas.
See, a story is in my head. I have to construct it in my head,
Mm-hmm.
which is way scarier than somebody literally showing me what the monster is.
Yeah.
You know, in a movie or whatever. That's not scary anymore. But since my own brain is manufacturing it, and then if my subconscious becomes scared, then it starts to manufacture things in reality, and you start to see things that aren't necessarily real. It's just your brain being super scared and hyper aware of things.
I think it was a try not to laugh that you showed me one time recently. And it was some creepy thing that was going on. You know, at the end or whatever, supposed to make you laugh. But you jumped during it, and I gave you such a hard time about it. I forget what it was.
Surprised but never feared. That's
the way you
surprised, but I'm not feared.
I don't know.
There's a difference.
No.
A jump scare is different than actual being feared.
Well, it depends what happens afterwards. If you jump and are like, yeah, that's okay. But if you jump and are like, holy crap, that's
Yes.
fear.
Yes. I've seen that in you. I have seen that in you.
Say what you want.
Whatever. We'll agree to disagree.
Sure.
An impasse. All right. Anyways, so yeah, she says I don't feel things enough. What do you think? Do you think I use my
Yes.
logic to suppress my emotions?
I'd agree with that.
I agree.
Do you use logic to suppress your emotions, or you
Yeah.
just feel
He
your
uses
emotions?
logic in general.
I use logic all the time.
But I mean, do you use it to suppress your emotions?
I use it.
Like
I use it to.
purposefully.
I
doing
use it to understand my emotions. So like, you know, if I'm thinking, so if I feel something, you know, I start to overthink it, and I'm like, I start to question everything around me.
Okay, I do that, but I also will use deliberately go out of my way to ignore my feelings. And I didn't think she
Give
was,
an example.
well, like I said, I didn't think she was right. Well, then after that, Thursday I crashed emotionally. I was a complete wreck. I wasn't crying, but I couldn't get this thing out of my head, and just all Thursday morning I was just bleh. And I talked to Outback over the phone. And, you know, we're just talking. He's like, I can't get this thing out of my head. I was an emotional wreck. I think she got into my head, and so the emotions that I was feeling, that I was been concerned about, were all just hitting me all at once now.
Wait, do you mind sharing? Why did you go to a psychologist in the first place?
Why not? It's free.
Oh.
Don't you get like
Do
5
you-
free visits? So?
No, not for a psychologist. Psychologist is infinitely free visits
You
through
decided
the
just-
semester, and if they deem that you need to go to a second, if they deem that you need to continue to the next semester, they will
You just wanted to talk to one, just
pick
because?
their brain
Pick their brain.
about my brain. It's hard to
Fair
be
enough.
objective about yourself, you know.
Fair enough.
Even for an economist like me, who's objective about everything. And I can't say that. I'm not objective about everything. But anyways, so I was like, maybe she got in my head or whatever, you know. And then I was like, and on Thursday, and then as the day progressed, I started watching House, you know, get my mind. I was starting to calm down. I started watching House.
And then that made things worse.
No. And then I started working on the podcast highlights, and then I started working on the script, and by the time I knew it, it was time to go to bed, and I had completely forgotten that I was in an emotional state of distress, and I realized at that moment, I think she was right. I literally used logic that afternoon to completely suppress my feelings.
I think you just got distracted.
Possibly. And to be fair, I tend to be a sponge at things, and so as I've been watching so much House, I'm starting to act like House.
What?
You know, kind of be more of
Walking around with a cane, popping pills.
no, but just be more of a jerk, having more of those being extremely logical, picking people apart.
Yeah.
I'm doing those kinds of behaviors. I mean, I might have done those before, but it's more predominant. And it's I'm pretty sure I'm just sponging it up. I did that when I was a kid too, when I watched a lot of Alf. I started acting like Alf. I wonder I'm curious.
Yeah,
now.
I don't really use logic to suppress my feelings.
There's Alf.
No wonder. I'm actually being myself when I start acting like Alf. And no wonder I tend to act like.
Where does it say? Like,
Well, okay, what personality type is Alf? ENTJ.
but is that? I click on the link. I don't know why that popped up though. Like, is that actually like in the sentence? It does not say Alf at all in that sentence.
Oh yeah. Okay, these are
You know what I
talking
mean?
about Alf TV show.
Like that's what I mean.
There's House MD. Oh wait, it should be one of the first ones. Okay, it's not in here.
Wait, Command F.
No, they're in alphabetical order.
Oh. Wait. Why is it? It's always sunny. It doesn't.
Nothing.
Oh. They ignore prepositions or whatever.
Here we go. Thank you, Raid, Shadow Legends. You're covering the answer.
Hit the X. There's an X. Oh my gosh! What is?
Can't get rid of it. ENTP. Okay. That's one vote.
I don't think.
Alf, fictional characters, Wikipedia fandom.
We'd have to take the test for him.
Which is hard to do. Okay, Control F.
Yeah, no, that's what we could do.
Personality. Alf is the traditional. Doesn't say.
Well, I know what we could do is all three of us, we watch Alf, binge watch Alf or whatever, and then we take the test for him. And we kind of just average results.
To be fair, though, I kind of agree with them on that guy when he said, I have a hard time figuring out the difference between perceiving and judging, but he's definitely extroverted. He's definitely intuitive, and he's definitely a thinker. I mean, he feels things, but most of the time, he's maybe he's not a thinker. But maybe I'd say I definitely agree with ENT. I don't know about E or P or J. But again, though, I'm agreeing with the analytical. I'm agreeing. I'm looking at a character who's similar to myself. I'm acting out who I am. Yeah. Sure, I'm not an INTJ, but I have qualities similar to it.
Yeah.
And so I guess I see myself in these characters, and then I act like them. Which is why I acted like Alf when I was younger, and I act like House now. But we can get into the personality thing later. We're kind of jumping the gun on that. Because it's a lot to talk about. Personality types are fascinating.
Wait, are we not on that subject?
No. Let's just skip to Rona, shall we? We've covered enough of this past 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You can learn about my other...
Next week, I'll bring something to contribute to the table.
Are you going to debug?
No. I mean, I could share what I've been working on these last couple weeks or whatever. My hobbies or something.
Ready? Yeah.